Dear students, good morning. Yesterday we discussed properties of water. Today we are going to study hard water and soft water. How can we remove the hardness in the water? First, we have to know what is hard water and soft water. So, if water having heavy metal ions, we consider the water as a hard water. The two common metal ions are calcium 2 plus and magnesium 2 plus. So these two metal ions will be present in the water in the form of salt. Calcium will be present in the form of calcium bicarbonate, calcium chloride and calcium sulfate. The same way, magnesium ion will be present in the form of salts like magnesium bicarbonate, magnesium chloride and magnesium sulfate. So these two metal ions will be present in the form of salts in water. So water is considered as hard water. Along with calcium 2 plus and magnesium 2 plus, some other metal ions will be present in certain areas. When you take water from different places, in certain places along with common calcium 2 plus and magnesium 2 plus ions, we will have Fe2 plus ion, Al3 plus ion as well as Mn2 plus ion. So ferrous, aluminum as well as manganese ions will be present. Soft water is nothing but water free from the metal ions. So metal ions are removed from the water. We can say it is soft water. So metal ions will be in very lesser quantity when you take rainwater and so on. When we take our ordinary tap water, the concentration of metal ion will be more. So it is not used for drinking purpose. So using the reverse osmosis system, we just purify the water. That means in RO machine, in reverse osmosis machine, we just remove the heavy metal ions, then it will be used for drinking purpose. So we have to remove the metal ions from the hard water. There are two types of hardness in the water. One is temporary hardness, another one is permanent hardness. This is mainly based on the salt present in the water. You take temporary hardness. If the calcium and the magnesium ions present in the form of bicarbonate, the hardness is called temporary hardness. We don't follow any separate method. A new technology will not be utilized. The simple method of removing hardness is enough. So temporary hardness is mainly due to the presence of calcium bicarbonate and magnesium bicarbonate, and both are soluble substances. When you take water, you cannot easily distinguish water molecule and calcium bicarbonate and magnesium bicarbonate. So both are soluble salts. By simple methods, we have to make it as a precipitate. The soluble magnesium bicarbonate and calcium bicarbonate should be converted into insoluble substances so we can easily remove it. So temporary hardness in hard water is mainly due to the presence of soluble magnesium bicarbonate and calcium bicarbonate. And how can we remove this soluble magnesium and calcium bicarbonate substances? The method is boiling the hard water. This is a simple method. When we boil the hard water, the soluble bicarbonate salts, calcium bicarbonate and magnesium bicarbonate, will be converted into insoluble carbonates. So what is the ion for bicarbonate? HCO3 minus, bicarbonate ion. When we heat it, it becomes carbonate anion, CO3 2 minus. So soluble calcium bicarbonate and magnesium bicarbonate is converted into insoluble calcium carbonate and magnesium carbonate respectively. And this insoluble calcium carbonate and magnesium carbonate will be settled at the bottom as a precipitate. So the simple filtration method is enough to remove the precipitate. So Temporary hardness can be easily removed by boiling the hard water. Soluble calcium and magnesium bicarbonate substances will be converted into precipitates. They are forming as insoluble calcium carbonate and magnesium carbonate. And the formed magnesium carbonate is further hydrolyzed. So it is involving in another reaction. The formed precipitate magnesium carbonate is hydrolyzed to give again insoluble magnesium hydroxide. So all the substances, calcium carbonate, magnesium hydroxide, will be removed by filtration method. So along with the carbonates, we will have carbon dioxide and water molecule also. The same principle, converting bicarbonate into carbonate, is done in the Klux method. So next method of removing temporary hardness is Klux method. Here also we convert soluble bicarbonate into insoluble carbonate. For that, we are going to add lime. Lime is nothing but what? Calcium hydroxide. When you say lime water means calcium hydroxide solution. So lime is nothing but a calcium hydroxide. We just add calculated amount of calcium hydroxide. The solid substance will be taken in a particular proportion. So with hard water having a soluble calcium bicarbonate and magnesium bicarbonate, we add calculated amount of lime, that means calcium hydroxide. We get insoluble precipitate, calcium carbonate and magnesium carbonate. So when calculated amount of lime is added with hard water, calcium bicarbonate is precipitated as calcium carbonate. Magnesium bicarbonate will be converted into magnesium carbonate, and further hydrolysis will give you magnesium hydroxide precipitate along with calcium carbonate and water. So in Klux method also we get the same precipitates, magnesium hydroxide and calcium carbonate. We can remove it by filtration method. Next, which is responsible for permanent hardness in hard water. So simple methods will not be useful for removing these things. Permanent hardness is mainly due to the presence of chlorides and sulfates. So the heavy metal ions, calcium 2 plus and magnesium 2 plus, will be present in the form of chlorides and sulfates. So the hardness is considered as permanent hardness. MCl2. M represents a cation, okay, metal cation. MSO4. Here also M is representing metal ion. Okay. So instead of M, you can write calcium or magnesium. So when you take hard water, it contains soluble calcium chloride and magnesium chloride. Then how can we remove this? For removing this, we need a chemical, washing soda. So washing soda is nothing but sodium carbonate. So with calcium chloride and magnesium chloride, sodium carbonate is reacting. We take hard water, with it we add washing soda. There will be a reaction between calcium chloride and magnesium chloride with sodium carbonate, and insoluble carbonates are settled at the bottom. So calcium carbonate and magnesium carbonate is precipitated at the bottom with the liberation of sodium chloride. So we can remove it by filtration method. The same way, calcium sulfate and magnesium sulfate will react with sodium carbonate. It is also formed as calcium carbonate and magnesium carbonate precipitates. With that, sodium sulfate is liberated. Then we can follow one more method called ion exchange method. So hard water contains metal ions calcium 2 plus and Mg2 plus. They are present in the form of bicarbonates, chlorides and sulfates. So the cation will be calcium 2 plus and magnesium 2 plus. With hard water, when we add some other substances having the ions, mutual exchange of ion will be taking place. So the method is called what? Ion exchange method. Between the hard water and the added substance, exchange of ion will be possible. So the method is called ion exchange method. So what are the substances will be added for removing the permanent hardness? Especially for removing the calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, and calcium sulfate, magnesium sulfate, we follow this ion exchange method. The two common substances will be used for this method. One is zeolite, another one is ion exchange organic resin. Now, what is the nature of zeolites? So, zeolites are nothing but the aluminosilicates. So, generally, sodium, aluminum, silicon, three elements will be present in this three-dimensional substance. Okay. So, zeolites are nothing but hydrated sodium aluminosilicates. Its general formula is given here. As I told, sodium, aluminum, and silicon will be present. Sodium is present in the form of sodium oxide. Aluminum is present in the form of aluminum oxide. And we have silicon dioxide. So, along with that, we will have water molecules. So, if water molecule is attached with the substance, we say the substance is a hydrated substance. So, zeolite is called as what? Hydrated sodium aluminosilicate. So a new type of bonding will be present in this silicate. So in zeolites, usually 2 to 10 molecules of silica means silicon dioxide, and 2 to 6 molecules of water will be present. And what about the structure of zeolite? In zeolite, many pores present. Pore means small holes. So in this zeolite bed, many pores will be present. So in that pores, sodium is present. So we have Na plus ion. In the zeolite, we have sodium ion. The sodium ion is present in the pores. So in this pore only, exchange of ions will be taking place. So simply we write zeolite as Na2Z. So in the pores of zeolite, Na plus ions present. Now we add this zeolite with the hard water. So hard water contains calcium 2 plus and magnesium 2 plus ions. The permanent hardness is mainly due to calcium and magnesium chlorides and sulfates. When zeolite is added with hard water, Na plus ion in the pore will be replaced by the metal ion. The place in which Na plus present will be occupied by calcium 2 plus or magnesium 2 plus. So Na plus in the zeolite will be replaced by calcium 2 plus or magnesium 2 plus. Exchange of ion is taking place. So the method is called ion exchange method. So Na plus is leaving from the pores of zeolite. So we have to add zeolite until the hardness is removed. That means until the removal of all calcium 2 plus and the magnesium 2 plus ions, we add zeolite. If the zeolite is completely utilized, if it is exhausted, we can regenerate it by adding sodium chloride solution. So in the pores of zeolite, calcium 2 plus and the magnesium 2 plus is present. With this, when we add sodium chloride solution, again Na plus ion will be placed in the pores. One more exchange of ion will be taking place, so we can regenerate the zeolite. So ion exchange method is the method of exchanging the ions between the water and zeolites. Sodium ion in the zeolite will be replaced by calcium and the magnesium ions. If the zeolite is exhausted, it can be regenerated by adding sodium chloride solution. So a picture is given to explain the ion exchange method using zeolites. You just assume the structure as zeolite. Okay. So these are all the pores. So the sphere which is represented in the green color denoting sodium ion. So in the pores of zeolite, Na plus ion is present. So this is sodium aluminosilicate, hydrated sodium aluminosilicate. Now with this, we are going to add hard water. So when hard water is added with the zeolite, Na plus ions replaced by the metal ions calcium 2 plus or magnesium 2 plus. Okay. So if all the zeolites are exhausted, you can regenerate it by adding sodium chloride solution. If you add sodium chloride solution, you can regenerate the zeolite again for removing the metal ions. Now you can ask a question. Here 6 Na plus ions present, here 3 ions only present. This is mainly due to valency. Sodium is a monovalent cation. Calcium and magnesium ions are bivalent cations. So electrical neutrality should be maintained. So here are 6 plus, here also 6 plus. 6 Na plus ions will be replaced by 3 calcium 2 plus or 3 magnesium 2 plus. Overall charge 6 plus. Okay. Instead of zeolite, we can use organic resins also. Here one organic resin is given. The organic resin is having a cation Na plus. When this organic resin is added with hard water, Na plus ion will be replaced by calcium 2 plus or magnesium 2 plus ions. So you can check 2 sodium ions here. It is replaced by 1 calcium 2 plus ion. Calcium ion is bivalent in nature. Its valence is 2. So 2 sodium ions replaced by a calcium 2 plus ion the same way. In the organic resin, 2 Na plus ions replaced by 1 calcium ion. So ion exchange takes place between the resin and the hard water. So the method is called ion exchange method. So water containing calcium 2 plus and magnesium 2 plus ions are called hard water. The metal ions will be present in the form of chloride, sulfate and bicarbonates. All are soluble in nature. When the metal ions present in the form of bicarbonate, the water is having a temporary hardness. If the metal ions present in the form of chlorides and sulfates, it leads to permanent hardness. Water free from the metal ion is called soft water. So we have to convert hard water into soft water. Temporary hardness can be removed by boiling the hard water, or else we can add a lime. So soluble bicarbonates will become insoluble calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide. For removing the permanent hardness, we can use washing soda, sodium carbonate, or we can use zeolites and ion exchange resins. So metal ions in the form of chlorides and sulfates will be converted into the insoluble substances. Due to ion exchange also, we can remove the permanent hardness. With this, today's class over. Thank you.